And if you understand God's heart, God, he doesn't just give commands without also giving consolations. Like every duty he gives us. So if he gives you a duty to train your children in the faith, it's because it's going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you happiness. Like it's going to be good. And it's not just good for them. It's also good for me. And so you also think back in the garden, God gave the command, to Adam and Eve, be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. All of those things come with a joy. Like how many guys do you have to say, go be fruitful? And they're like, oh man, this is hard. Like, no, they're like, sure, I'm up for that because there's a joy and a goodness in being fruitful. Well, in the same way, God isn't a jerk. God doesn't just say, okay, I give you a duty, train your children in the faith and train them to be in loving relationship and then leave you hanging to where it's just like eating dry oatmeal. And that's a horrible thing. It's like, it's the opposite. Like I started into trying to teach my children about the faith. And then I realized I needed to be in relationship with them more. And as I started to do that and pay attention to them and delight in the ways that they answered questions and what they thought about and what was interesting to them, like it started to soften my heart and I began to really enjoy them. And then I wanted to be more in relationship with them. And I wanted to talk about what was important and also hear from them what they thought was important. So Strong Catholic Dad, the ministry, like when I started to found that, it started out of this conviction that I had this duty to fulfill, but it got its culmination and actually the benefits that I never expected about how much I really started to enjoy my family, enjoy my kids. And so, like what a gift that is. And that's the foundation of why I started that in the first place, is to let other dads know, like, this is good news. Like you're made for this. And it's tough because a lot of dads are thinking, hey, I'm fine, I'm doing well. That's what I would have said. I totally would have said that. It's like, well, we're doing well. It could always be better. It's just like, yeah, it can be a lot better. Like for me, it's been substantially better.